What nightmare could stretch for 44 endless days inside a quiet Tokyo suburb? Welcome to Sherlock Mode. Tokyo, November 25, 1988. Cold air nips at 17-year-old Junko Furuta as she cycles home from work. She is diligent, popular, saving yen for a graduation trip, a picture of promise. Two teen boys lurk nearby, Hiroshi Miyano and Shinji Minato, low-level Yakuza hopefuls hungry for power. Shinji kicks Junko from her bike, then flees. Miyano offers to walk her home, wearing a serpent smile. Instead, he drags her to an abandoned warehouse. The metal door clangs shut like a verdict. Threats of Yakuza retribution freeze Junko's courage. The first assault begins amid oily shadows. Hours later, she is taken to a hotel, forced to act as Miyano's girlfriend before night staff. Morning light finds her in a park where three more boys, Joe Ogura and Yasushi Watanabe, await. They spirit her to Minato's family home in Adachi Ward. A quiet greenhouse hides unspeakable darkness. Day 1 of captivity. Junko calls her parents, voice shaking, claiming she has run away. A scripted lie. Night falls. The first group beating shatters her ribs. Laughter echoes through thin walls. Cigarette burns sizzle her skin. They celebrate with canned beers. Over the next week, at least 30 visitors arrive, classmates, gang friends, each seeking twisted entertainment. Junko is forced to dance naked under disco lights, while bruises blossom like purple galaxies. They jam glass bottles, scissors, even fireworks into her fragile body, vicious experiments in pain. Outside, winter grows harsher. Inside, her captors dump lighter fluid on her legs, setting skin ablaze. Day 10. She can barely crawl, yet her will to live flickers. She stealth dials the police. Miyano rips the handset away. Officers never investigate further. Hope dies a little more. Day 16. Snow sifts onto the balcony where they force her to sleep, bones rattling in the cold. Inside, she drinks her own urine when dehydration claws her throat. Pain turns rooms into echo chambers. Every heartbeat sounds like shattered glass. Halfway point. Day 22. Junko attempts escape, limping downstairs begging Minato's mother for help. Silence answers. Fear of Yakuza binds the adults. The door shuts like a coffin lid. Punishment is swift. Dumbbells slammed on her stomach, ankles burned anew. Day 30. Infection weeps from wounds, her face unrecognizable, eyes still bright with yearning. She whispers dreams of singing on stage. Cruelty answers with laughter and a lit light bulb. Day 35. A mahjong game becomes a deadly wager. Junko, delirious, miraculously wins a round. Humiliated, Miyano erupts, pours lighter fluid over her, flames roar, the room reeking of burnt flesh. Her screams drift into the frosty night, unheard beyond thin walls. Day 40. She slips into coma-like unconsciousness. The boys jab her, seeking movement, none comes. January 4th, 1989, Day 44. She dies alone on a stained futon, age 17. Panic replaces bravado. They stuff her corpse into a 55-gallon drum, mix quick-dry cement, gray tomb sealing secrets. Midnight drive to Wakasu reclaimed land. The barrel sinks into industrial rubble. For 2 months, Tokyo moves on, unaware of the concrete casket by the bay. Twist of fate. Police arrest Miyano and Ogura for another assault. Interrogation cracks their bravado. A detective mentions an unsolved disappearance. Miyano's eyes flicker. He thinks they already know. Trying to outsmart police, he offers directions to the drum, believing they reference a different victim. March 29th, 1989. Workers pry open concrete. The stench of death blooms. Junko's fingerprints confirm identity. Japan gasps. Newspapers scream headlines of concrete-encased high school girl. Courtroom, July 1990. For boys tried as juveniles, their real names hidden at first. Prosecutors paint 44 days of hell in sterile legal language. Families of defendants beg leniency. They are still children. The public roars in disbelief. Sentences drop like dull blades. 20 years for Miyano, 5 to 10 for others. No life terms. Junko's mother collapses, requiring psychiatric care. Justice feels paper-thin. Appeals follow, some sentences quietly lengthened, yet freedom still awaits the killers. 2004. Ogura rearrested for a violent assault, proof that monsters seldom change. 2018. Minato slashes a man with a metal rod, old cruelty rekindled. Public outrage reignites debates on Japan's juvenile law. Should extreme youth crimes meet adult penalties? Lawmakers tighten sentencing guidelines, but many argue reforms still fall short. Films like Concrete and podcasts resurrect the horror, searing Junko's story into global memory. Yet beyond headlines lies a daughter who loved pop idols and dreamed of summer beaches. Her friends recall her laugh, light, musical, now replaced by echoing silence. The crime also scarred a nation famed for low violence, exposing shadows beneath orderly streets. Why did so many witnesses stay mute? Fear of Yakuza, group pressure, bystander paralysis. Schools now teach vigilance. Hotlines encourage anonymous tips, hoping another Junko never happens. But her name still whispers across forums, cautionary and heartbreaking. Let us step back, trace motives like Sherlock Holmes across bloody tiles. Greed? No. Lust fused with power hunger. Teenagers chasing status through shared brutality. Parental neglect allowed evil to germinate. Community silence watered it. Weak juvenile statutes provided a soft landing after the fall. Yet even Concrete cannot muffle truth forever. Her voice breaks through decades. Imagine her last heartbeat echoing against steel walls, pleading for rescue that never came. That echo calls us to action. Protect the vulnerable, challenge indifference, reform failing laws. Tonight, you know her story. Share it so her 44 days are never erased. Because monsters thrive in silence, and justice begins with voices unafraid. Twist revealed. 3 of her killers now walk free, their identities public online, yet legally shielded during youth. Hiroshi Miyano reportedly changed his name, but rumors of debt and isolation shadow him like ghosts. Justice systems lesson. A concrete barrel can crack. So can flawed laws. We leave Adachi Ward, winter winds still whispering her name across empty streets. Remember Junko Furuta, not as a victim alone, but a beacon demanding courage. If you enjoyed unraveling this mystery, like and subscribe to Sherlock Mode.